Good evening, Board of Directors. My name is Jesslyn, and with me here today from Rubinoff and Rubinoff is Calvin, John, Alice, and Jackie. So in this presentation, we will go over the decision matrix we have used in arriving at our final strategic recommendation. We will discuss in detail the 4 major strategic opportunities available to RSI that have the potential to help RSI meet its goal of expansion. Those 4 being the financial consolidation with Lavish, the partnership with Forevermore Fit Limited and Massage Therapy Centers, franchising RSI, and the potential purchase of Pure Substances Inc. We will also, after we provide a recommendation, discuss the implementation timeline of our recommendation, financing considerations, any updated mission or vision statement that might be required, balanced scorecard, the corporate structure of the consolidated entity, and then administrative, accounting, and financial functions of the corporation. So in arriving at our recommendation, we have ranked each of the 4 strategic options using the following 5 criteria. The first one being whether or not it meets the vision and mission of RSI. The second being whether or not it improves the brand recognition, as this is a goal, as the board has mentioned, this is a goal. Whether or not it meets the growth objectives of RSI. Ideally, in the future, we'd like to sell RSI. And whether or not it meets constraints and targets, like financially, it must meet the bank covenants of the corporation. And the 5th decision criteria is the influence it has on the resources of RSI. So our recommendation is to perform a financial consolidation and partial operational consolidation with Lavish, pursue the partnership with Forevermore Fit Limited Massage Therapy Centers, go ahead with the franchising of RSI pending the successful launch of the partnership with Forevermore Fit Limited, and to forego the opportunity to purchase Pure Substances Inc. I'm now going to pass it off to Calvin, who's going to discuss in more detail the first 3 options.
So for the first recommendation, we would suggest RSI to consolidate RSI and Lavish operations. The consolidation can yield cost saving from the accounting, admin, and IT perspective. Second, we recommend to have a standard employee bonus scheme for both RSI employee and Lavish employee. Currently, only Lavish employees have the bonus scheme. We suggest RSI to standardize it and provide it to all employees. However, we do exclude the franchisee and MTC. However, we do recommend RSI to maintain 2 brands name, and because RSI and Lavish have really separate spa style, they have different client base, services, and atmosphere. So we recommend that they operate under different brand names. For the second recommendation, we recommend that RSI pursue the partnership with FFL because this option is highly profitable. RSI is also able to internally fund future expansions such as the franchising. Second, it can improve employee retention rate by giving employees opportunity for job rotation. Employees can try to be supervisor, instructor, or they can try writing the menus. However, one point to bring up in the contract is RSI should ensure that the image or logo of RSI is present at every MTC location to increase brand recognition. The third recommendation we have is for RSI to franchise out under its own brand name after 1 year. The reason for postponing the franchising for at least a year is because RSI currently have limited resources and time, and we would recommend for this 1 year RSI to gain experience in partnership with FFL. Because RSI has never worked with a well-established company before, it is good to see if it is comfortable working with it. If the partnership with FFL fails, RSI should not proceed with the franchising. However, if it's successful, RSI can proceed. In order to success, RSIs need to have strong internal controls, because as the number of franchisees increase, it is harder to manage the quality. So we will recommend to hire a controller with CPA designation to establish and oversee the internal controls. Next, I'll pass over to Sean to talk about the next recommendation.
Thanks, Calvin. Lastly, we will not be recommending the acquisition of Pure. Firstly, we have to look at the risks. There's some competitive advantages that are lost in terms of foreign prices driving down Pure's already falling prices. Next, management has no operational experience in terms of managing manufacturing companies. So that means it'll be hard at first to get the business going. We move on to financials. Bottom line revenue has been deteriorating greatly over the years for Pure. We're talking about 2012, about $1.2 million of bottom line revenue being halved in 2014. Next, the acquisition of Pure will make it impossible to complete the partnership with FFL, which is an important recommendation. Lastly, the asking price for the acquisition of Pure is too high. At between $8 and $9 million, it's overvalued, and we don't recommend buying it at that price. In terms of our implementation plan, we recommend that the consolidation of RSI and Lavish be implemented first. Also, we recommend that the partnership with FFL be created right away. This is because there's an initial outflow of $50,000, which is not much. In year 2, we're looking at 4 franchise locations, which would be followed by 8 franchise locations in year 2. And afterwards, we would be looking at potentially incorporating the partnership between RSI and Lavish. In terms of financing, we recommend staying away from banks. Currently, RSI's debt covenants are in breach. Continuing to be financed by banks would make it impossible to pay dividends until 2017. What we do recommend is obtaining financing from Blair Cummings. Although he would charge a higher interest rate, the trade-off would come with less stringent covenants that would allow for the paying of dividends. We also see the potential for synergies in terms of Blair's finance knowledge. If Blair decides to convert his debt into equity, this is a situation where we potentially could ask him to sit on the board and help in terms of finance. I'm going to now pass it on to Jackie, who's going to talk about some operational issues.
Hi there. I'm going to speak to you a bit about the operational issues that are going on within the company. First of all, we addressed the fact that we should be updating the mission and vision statements for your company. Now that you've consolidated RSI and Lavish, you should actually have a mission statement that indicates that you should provide excellent customer-centered spa and therapy services to enthused customers in an atmosphere that is relaxing and in a manner that is environmentally friendly and sustainable. Your new vision statement should be to become the most reputable leading spa for Canadian spa goers and growing RSI's brand geographically. In keeping with that, we've also recommended that you should update some of your performance management issues here. And one of the best ways to do that is with a balanced scorecard. There are 4 parts to that, the first of which being financial. We recommend that you set targets to grow income streams, increase your customer loyalty program, and reduce operating costs per customer. On the customer basis, we recommend that you enhance customer well-being, reduce customer complaints, and create a loyalty and repeat customer base program. Internally, we recommend that increasing therapist efficiency is a good way to go, as well as developing standards for your franchisees and attracting talent and increasing engagement. And finally, you want to look towards your learning and growth by providing or promoting intercompany relations between RSI and Lavish and their employees between the 2 companies, as well as promoting attendance to learning new skills. The next performance management issue that we've identified is that you need to address your corporate structure between the consolidated entity. Lavish is part of RSI financially, but it is operationally separate with the exception of its shared support system. By retaining its current management, you will also maintain the intellectual capital within each company, which in turn will maintain the core operations and competencies within each company. In keeping with that, the shared functions will be on the administrative side. And to facilitate that, you'll need to have an information system that is consistent across both organizations. Updating this will provide a savings of approximately 20%, and by consolidating your admin team, this will aid in the adoption of the new system as well as in the savings. I'm going to pass it off to Alice now so that she can finish up.
Thank you, Jackie. So the next performance management issue will be in terms of accounting and financial issues. So the potential external funders will want to see accurate and reliable financial statements. Therefore, the accounting and financial policies will need to be consistent between Rejuvenating Spa and Lavish. As the company is a private company, we recommend ASPE as accounting policy, as this is also the recommended accounting policy by the bank, and it is less rigorous reporting standard compared to IFRS. As a result, both SPA's financial statements should be retrospectively changed based on ASPE. If in the future the company wants to become public, then IFRS standards will be required. To improve efficiency and decrease bank fees, assets in Lavish should be consolidated with Rejuvenating Spa. The next performance management issue is employee bonus schemes. Talent is one of the most successful factors in the spa industry. Therefore, to retain key talent, the company should standardize employee bonus schemes. This will be in 2 levels. The first, management and upper levels, they should convert to equity, whereas the other positions, such as the therapist, should have other bonus features, such as longer vacation times and flexible work times. Although this will increase wage expenditure, the benefits of retaining experienced and knowledgeable staff greatly outweighs the costs. And the next issue is the governance of consolidated entity. As external funders will be dependent on the financial statements, we recommend Blair Cummings to be on the board of directors, as he will be a valuable asset with a strong financial background. He will be able to ensure that the company adheres to ASPE standards. Overall, there are no significant operational, tax, or financial implications. So overall, to ensure your goals are met about Rejuvenating Spa and for it to continue to grow and prosper to its highest potential, it needs to consolidate with Lavish Spa, pursue the partnership with Forever Fit Limited, and franchise out to its own brand. Thank you very much.